thoughts on Blockstack? Yeah, I think what Blockstack has done has been great. They're the first SEC qualified cryptocurrency, and they're trading on Binance, which is something we actually talked about and almost predicted a few months ago, because we saw their statement that they published and filed with the SEC that they were speaking to non-US exchanges. And I think they've really paved the way forward and shown how US-based blockchain startups can issue security tokens. Because what they did is they're basically a utility token, but they registered and applied with the SEC and filed as a security token in the US. That's because it was what was the law. But outside the US, they're still being treated as a utility token because their token does not give holders any equity in the company, right? So it's not your typical security token. But it seems the SEC will turn a blind eye as long as the exchange is listed on does not have US users, right? So Binance kicked off US users and pushed them onto Binance US. So now Binance.com, everybody there is not American, right? So based on the SEC filing, the SEC was okay with that because Binance.com does not cater to US investors. So that for now is a way to give liquidity to US-based projects who are issuing tokens abroad, but it does not bode so well for US people here, right? Because if you're holding Blockstack, you still can't buy or sell, right? You kind of on a leash, right? You can't really do much. But I think it's still going to, I'm very positive still when it comes to security tokens, because Coinbase and lots of other cryptocurrency exchanges are taking strides towards eventually listing security tokens, because I know Coinbase has raised a bunch of money and they're working with the US regulation and compliance laws trying to eventually list security tokens. So I think when that happens, it's still far away. It could be a few years, maybe even longer. But when it does happen, I think the space is really going to heat up. Any thoughts on that, Bill?
All it takes is one big STO.
Yeah.
Just one.
One big STO.
And the thing about STOs is I actually learned this from getting a demo of Polymath. You know, you can theoretically do an STO for 1/10 of what it costs to do an IPO in equities. And you can drop those tokens. I mean, obviously the investors want to be able to trade it, but you know, you can drop those tokens into a wallet, right into the investor's wallet, maintain control, like restricted stock, and do all the things you can do with equities. And all it takes is one big STO.
Yeah.
Right. T0, those guys, they've got an office in New York. I see them on Instagram all the time. So, you know, that's overstock.
Now, T0s, I personally don't think, this is just my opinion, I don't think they're going to be the ones that will take us to STO heaven, let's say, because they've had their chance, they've had their issues, and the CEO stepped down. Apparently he was dating a Russian spy or something. And I mean, there's just so much drama happening that I think somebody else will take us to STO heaven, right? Even though T0 has raised a bunch of money, they haven't really hit all the goals that they were hoping for. And I know people who are early investors, equity investors in T0s, and they're looking to exit. They're asking me to connect them with people to buy their equity shares. So that's just I guess having that kind of information makes me not so bullish on them short term. I'm rather more bullish on somebody else like Coinbase or Binance really doing that for STOs. But that brings up a good question for our audience. Are you bullish or bearish on security tokens and STOs? Let us know in the comments down below. If you're bullish, just say I'm bullish. If you're bearish, just say I'm bearish. Just want to kind of have a understanding of what the community thinks. Thank you guys for all the support. If you guys like the video, be sure to thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And if you guys like all this analysis, be sure to sign up at tokenmetrics.com. We have lots of amazing things we're working on. We're also planning to create premium content for our community and also launch a private group for our community alongside Tokenmetrics when it launches. So be sure you're subscribed, because this is going to be a staggered launch. We won't just launch it to everybody. We're thinking maybe initially to 1,000 people and then kind of keep on scaling it up. So we want to keep it exclusive and limited as we're building, right? So think of it as almost like a early access or pre-order. So we'll have a lot more to people via our email. So we already have 13,000 people on the email list. So we definitely cannot have everybody on, assuming everybody signs up for Tokenmetrics, because we want to have a staggered approach, but be sure you're signed up so you have early access.